उससे याद आया एक नेकलेस कोई मिला था ना, वो मैं चेक करने वाला था क्या है। कहाँ है वो नेकलेस? थोड़ा बेच देनी चाहिए मुझे शायद। ग्रीन वाला था नेकलेस। पता नहीं कौन सा लगाए वैसे अभी। ये इग्निशन डैमेज बाय 12, इंक्रीजेस डिफेंस बाय 30, ये चाहिए मुझे। और इंक्रीजेस गाउच डैमेज बाय 15। इसका ज़्यादा अच्छा वाला अगर कोई मिल जाए मुझे। अभी के लिए जो हैं वो सही हैं। एबिलिटीज में जाते हैं। ओह डैम, ओह दिस इज गुड। और फिर इसका टाइटन का ये ज़्यादा डैमेज है, कम स्टन। पर ये दोनों के दोनों इतने ज़्यादा हैं, डैमेज भी इतना ज़्यादा, स्टन भी इतना ज़्यादा। इसे लूँगा मैं पहले, इसलिए ये 2300 का, ये बस 1895 इसके लिए सेव करूँगा मैं डेफिनेटली। ना ये छोटे मोटे ले लेता हूँ यार। मास्टर अभी नहीं करूँगा।
I didn't mean to doubt my comrades, but I couldn't leave them out there either. I need to trust them more, I see that. But that doesn't mean I need to care about them any less.
कोई साइड क्वेस्ट या कुछ? नो, कुछ भी नहीं है। और मेरे पास 300 ये रिनाउन है खर्च करने के लिए।
How may I help you today, Clive?
Patrons
Come to claim your just desserts?
Safe passage, dire wolf chess, cleric's medallion, green वाले क्यों इस पे इकट्ठा करूँ? berserker ring, ये शायद अच्छा हो सकता है। Such is the renown of said the outlaw that much of my clientele would rather spend their time prattling on about your endeavors than making any endeavors of their own. For that, I feel I owe you at least a portion of my earnings. A particularly enamored sword left this on the nightstand. Might it serve you better than it did him? A busy courtesan.
Here you are.
Ooh, ability points, yes.
All yours. All done?
Ability points of course लूँगा यार मैं। अब ये एक बार देखूँ जरा। Temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. The berserkers of Southern Ash, known for their fearlessness on the field of battle, were known to wear these rings not only on their fingers but pierced all over their bodies from head to toe. Scholars now believe the natural courage they displayed was a result of extended exposure to the concentrated ether imbued in the jewelry that poisoned the blood of its non-wearers and induced madness that ultimately became associated with battle frenzy. Attack proficiency ये काफ़ी अच्छा हो सकता है, सही बोलूँ तो। क्या निकालूंगा मैं उसके जगह? इसके जगह ये लगा के देखता हूँ कैसे है। चलो बाकी सब अब कर दिया यहाँ पे। अब ये शुरू करते हैं विवियन से मेन क्वेस्ट। ओ ये बोले क्या? A history of Valisthea and jurisprudence, the Continental Accord. The signing of the Continental Accord marks the beginning of the modern era of Valisthea, where the realm had once been riven by hatred and mistrust. The Accord built bridges, affecting many of the areas of realm-wide cooperation that persist to this day. The shared currency, shared calendar, and common system of bearer ownership chief among its epoch-making achievements. Alas, in the years since the Accord signing, many of these old rifts have reopened. It is for us to follow in the steps of our forebearers and wholeheartedly endeavor to usher in a new age of peace and unity. Hopefully, ये bearer ownership के अलावा। ज़्यादातर गेम्स में ऐसे ही होता है, कोई एक डाउन ट्रोडन लोग होते हैं जिनके लिए हम लड़ते हैं मेन कैरेक्टर, हर एक में नहीं ऑफ कोर्स, तो काफ़ी गेम्स में ऐसा होता है, फैंटेसी गेम्स.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive, I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmeks will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmeks to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
क्या कर दिया उसके बेटे के साथ, अपने बेटे के साथ उस बंदी ने?
The little ones have been up to their old. It's just one thing after another around here.
वो हमेशा उसके गोद में लेटे रहता है। वो तीसरा सीट जो है, कुर्सी है, उसमें बैठ सकता था पर नहीं। पता नहीं कन्फ्रंट करेगा क्लाइव तो कैसे करेगा, हम कैसे करेंगे, हम मतलब क्लाइव ऑफ कोर्स। चलो अभी के लिए शायद ये कुछ बता सके एनाबेला हमारी माँ के बारे में। एनाबेला हमारी माँ का नाम ही है ना, मुझे याद भी नहीं है। एक मिनट रुकना। विवियन नाइनटेल्स नहीं, यूगो कुप का भी नहीं, एक्टिव टाइम लॉर छोड़ो।
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Ein Heya, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde? To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance? No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
हमारा अंकल हमारे साथ आएगा इस बार. Speak with Otto. और ये अपने खुद की लाइफ स्टेक नहीं कर सकती, हमारी लाइफ क्यों स्टेक कर रही है अपने इंफॉर्मेशन पे? जो भी इसका
Here for another of my lectures.
Ask about Mid.
We met under curious circumstances.
I think it is fair to say. It was during my time at the university. I had returned to my lecture hall to collect some notes and discovered Maid crouched under the lectern, sketching some design or other by candlelight. It transpired that she had fashioned a key and had been using my classroom as her own secret study, a place of quiet refuge from overzealous tutors and the like.
Naturally.
I insisted she leave, but Maid being Maid, she refused to take no for an answer, and before I knew it, I had not only allowed her to continue her late night studies, but had agreed to take her on as a pupil in the bargain. Though I soon wish I hadn't. Her refusal to defer to authority was no less evident in my lectures. Was this my reward for years of painstaking study, I wondered, to be teased and tormented by some oil-stained stripling who seemed to delight in my discomfort?
Still.
Our time together was not entirely disagreeable, not least because it was she who unearthed the plot against my life and encouraged you to come and whisk me away to safety. And so I came to take refuge in your base of operation, just as she once did in mine. अब Byron के बारे में पूछता है?
Lord Byron Rossfield.
Of the 7 high houses, protector of Port Isolde, and your uncle no less.
I heard tell.
He was an adventurous soul, and journeying alone to the secret lair of the villainous Sid the outlaw would certainly seem to give truth to such rumors. He will make a valuable ally, and a generous one, I hope, and his connections among the nobility will surely prove useful.
Why?
Perhaps we will soon be invited to the heads of the remaining high houses to a grand soiree here in the hideaway. I must practice my steps.
Allow me to educate you. Of course.
Damn, काफी नए हैं. शुरुआत और अभी प्रेजेंट है. हाँ, बंदी का नाम क्या है? हाँ, क्या है बंदी का नाम? कहाँ पे है वो? Holy Emperor, Holy Empress, Annabella Lesage. और ये mysterious being Ultima. क्या है? Empress of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, formerly the Duchess of Rosaria before she betrayed her nation and gifted it to the empire. For a short while after the fall of the duchy, she was taken into the protection of the imperial crown, a pretense that ended with her bargained remarriage to Emperor Sylvester, the birth of Prince Olivier, and her return to rule over Rosaria as vicereine.
Study it well, Clive.
ये सब बाद में कभी पढ़ूंगा यार, बहुत ज़्यादा है उसमें.
It's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear. With a little help from Sid, of course.
Of course. Our new leader's no better at resisting her wheedling than the old one was.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Ruzena Dalimil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalimil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us. I heard they called Ruzena the Desert Hare on account of how little escapes her ears. That and her habit of bolting at the first sign of danger. But if she knew Sid was looking for her, she might just be tempted back out of her burrow.
What's wrong, Gav?
It's this gold your uncle gave us. Are you sure it's all right for us to take it?
My uncle isn't easily refused, especially where dispersing his wealth is concerned.
But 2,000 talents. I don't even know how much that is in Gil.
It's the price of a quayside mansion in the Crystalline Dominion. He sold one to fund our endeavor. He was hoping to part with it anyway, what with war brewing in the region. And Luckily for him, a Sambraquan noble was willing to pay over the odds for a foothold in the Holy Emperor's neighborhood.
But still, 2,000 talents? I mean, is it normal for nobles to give away that kind of money?
It's normal for my uncle.
Fuck me. Oh, the other half live here?
Well, now that we've got a few gills to rub together, do you think it'd be all right if I splashed out on a few bottles of Lost Wing's finest?
Here, leave some for the rest of us, Otto. If he's filling his cellar, I'm filling our larder, starting with a barrel of the best salt-cured northern salmon.
I'll leave you to decide how best to use it. Just don't spend it all at once, all right?
अमीर लोग अमीर कीजिए और टैलेंट्स क्या है मुझे कुछ आइडिया ही नहीं है.
I've never seen a crate full of gil before, let alone two. Your uncle certainly knows how to make an entrance.
I heard they call Ruzena the
ये
desert
सुन चुका हूँ.
on account of how...
उससे याद आया मैं देखना चाहता था ये क्या है? नहीं ये नहीं चाहिए. एक मिनट. एबिलिटीज नहीं. ट्यूटोरियल मैसेजेस नहीं नहीं नहीं. मैं अपने ये रहा ना मैजिक बर्स्ट नहीं. partial stagger breaking an opponent's will मालूम है. staggering hitting them while they're down ये नहीं. parry ये रहा. just as an opponent attacks to parry the strike R1. ठीक है ये याद रखना उससे स्लो भी हो जाएगा. कोई लेटर नहीं है मेरे और कोई साइड क्वेस्ट भी नहीं है ना. ये गया ये भी गया और थोड़ी देर बाद ये भी चले जाएगा और फिर बस ये बचेगा. ये दो उन दोनों को भी कर देंगे हम. चलो.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
The Velcroid Desert, a vast arid sea of sand and stone that has been slowly consuming western Dalmatia since time immemorial. The Velcroid Desert, huh? Desert.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Riddle of the Sands. Make for the Dalimil Inn.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
यहाँ पे जाना है. ये पूरा क्या बोलते हैं वैसे टाइप का है. पूरे फोर्टिफिकेशन के साथ नेचुरल फोर्टिफिकेशन. छोटे छोटे जगह खुले हैं जहाँ पे अच्छे से पोस्ट कर सकते हैं सेंट्रीज वो सबको. मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली इनके खिलाफ हेल डाइवर ये सब जो है इनके खिलाफ लड़ने के लिए. कहाँ जा रहा है? और नहीं तू नहीं मारेगा उससे मैं मारूंगा. जा। हमारा अंकल कुछ कर रहा भी है क्या? बस ऐसे ही खड़ा है, किसी को मार रहा भी नहीं है। चलो उसकी तरफ देखते हैं थोड़ा ये एरिया।
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
Let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
ओ इसके अंदर है क्या? ये बड़ा सा जो है, लग रहा तो वही है। यप। और एक और एक्स्ट्रा फोर्टिफिकेशन, नेचुरल फोर्टिफिकेशन के अलावा। ओके, उतना नेचुरल फोर्टिफिकेशन नहीं है जितना सोच रहा था मैं। एक मिनट रुकना यार। ये ही है, तो ये ही है पूरा फोर्टिफिकेशन। पूरा नहीं है सही में।
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
Friends of friends, I'd wager. Not that they looked very friendly.
ओके, ये उतना बड़ा नहीं है जितना सोच रहा था मैं होगा, एकदम छोटा है ये। बस एक ओ एक्चुअल वाला यहाँ पे है, ठीक है। ये पूरे इधर जाके those knob terraces.
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move?
Yes. I expect that's why there's so many soldiers in town, to deal with any imperial reprisals.
वो दिख रहे हैं ना बिल्डिंग्स, ये वॉच मेरे हिसाब से
Come on.
देखने के लिए कि कोई अगर आया तो। ऊपर कुछ है क्या? ऐसे वॉच लिखा हुआ है, कोई ऊपर जाने का है नहीं। ये बस एक रेस्ट स्टॉप है और कुछ नहीं। और वो वहां पे है। कोई म्यूजिक क्यों नहीं हो रहा? आ रहा।
There she is, the good old Dalimil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
रुकना यार, ये थोड़ा ऊपर से देखना चाहता हूँ मैं इस पूरे शहर को। ना, नहीं जा पाऊंगा कट सीन की वजह से।
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then, and ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
तुम्हारी गलती, तुम मेरे पास आए. Oh shit. Nah. Oh.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
You're finished, you.
Simple. पर पूरा का पूरा इन तोड़ दिया सारे टेबल्स वो सब.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine. Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
उस बंदी को मालूम नहीं क्या कि क्लाइव हमारा भाई है या फिर जोशुआ अभी मिलना नहीं चाहता इसलिए.
Won't chip, won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
जोशुआ मिलना नहीं चाहता अभी क्लाइव से, इसलिए कुछ बोला नहीं उसके बारे में, जोशुआ को हमारे बारे में. एक और कट सीन.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. Attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the desert hare can offer us her aid.
Ruzena Dalimil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Ruzena Dalimil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
मैं उम्मीद करूंगा कि वो एटलीस्ट नाम बदल देंगे उसका और ये रुजामिल दालमिल जो है वो एक एलियास है.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to. Whatever this emergency is, they've shut down the whole mine for it.
ओके उससे याद आया कुछ भी करने से पहले देखना ये फुल है कि नहीं. ओह डैम थोड़ा ज़्यादा है पर ठीक है. डिफेंस ओह एचपी कम करेगा पर वेल कम कर रहा है. मेरा डिफेंस ज़्यादा जरूरी है. रिड्यूसेस लाइटनिंग रॉड कूल डाउन टाइम बाय 5 सेकेंड्स. लाइटनिंग रॉड मैं इस्तेमाल भी नहीं कर रहा हूँ. 40,000 फिर से. फुल करो ये.
Thanks. An excellent choice.
इसे भी फुल करो.
Go with Gilbert.
एक्चुअली मालूम क्या एक
Are you looking for something in particular?
एक एलेक्सर भी ले ले रहा हूँ. Speak with townspeople.
Crystal delivery's over. Get back to your homes.
But I didn't get one.
Light it for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you? I was a fool to waste good coin on you.
Anything I can help you with, travelers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalimil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Ruzena Dalimil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Dalimil is famous for its spas, its markets and its smithies. Somebody at one of those might be able to help you.
और ये रही दूसरी स्टॉल होल्डर, दूसरी सिटीजन.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Ruzena Dalimil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience, believe you me.
That boy at the Briar's Kiss is a real talent. People flock from miles around to buy his steel. And it isn't cheap either.
Most probably वही होगा. Ruzamil, जो भी उसका नाम था. Ruzamil Dalimil. Ruzamina Dalimil? तो जो भी हो.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal. How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
वो क्या है? कौवे. Speak with the villagers. बस एक और villagers से बात करना बचा है. ये riverboat captain.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Ruzena Dalimil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe. From old trading stock.
Then you should ask Ferda. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
ओह मछलियाँ शायद फिशिंग गेम बनाने की सोच रहे थे इसमें पर फिर नहीं डाला पर ये इनके मॉडल्स रख दिया तो ये फिशिंग
Ask for Ferda at the baths. If this woman you're looking for is still around, you'll know where to find her.
Ruzena Dalimil.
Sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps.
Ruzena.
Let's go and find out exactly what this Ferda knows.
Ruzena Dalimil. Ruzamina ऐसे कुछ पता नहीं क्यों बाबा बोल रहा था Ruzamina.
Wheat incense. What's wax candles?
ये है फोर्ट ओह ये है बाथिंग हाउस मैन एंड वुमेन मेरे हिसाब से
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Kupka, who stands ready to crush any threat that might face us.
ये रफेल्डा इससे बात करते हैं आप
Excuse me. Are you Ferda?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Ruzena Dalimil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange.
यार गेम ऑडियो पूरा बंद हो गया था
I know who you're looking for. Go to the bordello and wait there.
Oh yes, ये definitely एक trap है.
Trust him.
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
हम पे हमला करने वाला है ये.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Bested होगा most probably ये. चलो. सबको नहीं पकड़ पाया मैं. और ये इधर ही रुका है. ये क्या कर रहा था? बस ऐसे ही रुका हुआ था तब से. अभी एक आजा. Enemies bested या enemies slain? अलविदा. Enemies bested. जानता था. हमारे allies हैं, future allies. क्यों मारेंगे इससे हम?
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Ruzena. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure?